spending 100 days in the overworld. And I know it's not the most exciting place for one of these videos, but being trapped in the overworld does serve some challenges. For example, good luck traveling long distances or transporting anything without portals, and potions are completely off limits. I spent the first day gearing up as fast as I can because there's 2 twists I have to look out for. I'll explain the twists in a minute, but first I want to go over my goals. First, of course, I want to get a full set of diamond armor. And I want to have a large stockpile of food for the second twist. As you can see by now, I'm playing with some mods on, but the first twist is I don't know what any of the mods are or what they do. I'm truly going in blind. After collecting various early game loot, I decided to settle down in this acacia biome. And believe it or not, if I hadn't chose to settle down here, this full challenge probably would have been impossible. You see, the second twist is, as soon as I'm done with these 100 days, I'm trapping myself in the nether for the next 100 days. And if I leave the nether for any reason, the world is deleted. And then after my 100 days in the nether is completed, I am giving myself 1 day to go from the nether into the overworld, find the stronghold, and beat the dragon. And that's why I say this might have been impossible. In order to find the stronghold and beat the game in just 1 day, I'm probably gonna have to find the stronghold before I even enter the nether. By the end of day 2, I basically had everything I need for full diamond armor, but I was running out of food, and I still had no clue how I was going to find the stronghold.
I think everyone wonders what they would do if they saw a ghost. They saw a ghost.
Just from sheer luck, the stronghold was connected to the mineshaft I was already exploring.
They saw a ghost. They saw a ghost.
At this point, I think I might be one of the first people to have their starter base already in the stronghold.
I think everyone wonders.
This is when I kind of realized 100 days is a long time. I am currently 4 days in, I have full diamond armor, half a stack of extra diamonds, I'm already in the stronghold, and I don't see what more I have. I spent the next 3 days just looking for villages so I can get trades, and there's not a single village within 1,000 blocks in any direction of my base. But I did find an item called the Curious Eye, and I have no clue what it does. When I finally got back from exploring on day 7, I spent the next 10 days fishing because without any villagers, I thought that was a good way to get enchantments. I found an aquatic eye, but that was about all I got. I also got a saddle which might be useful for exploring, but I still have no clue what any of these eyes do or if they're even useful at all. On day 17, when I finally gave up fishing, I decided to locate the portal and dig a hole to it so that it was obvious where it was, and I could also use this as a center for my base later on. So, on day 18, I decided I had enough gear to attack a trial chamber. I spent the past 11 days fishing because I thought I would get good enchants and stuff while I have in the fishing rod. I mean, I also have a saddle and a bow. I got this book, but really perfect. Where's the loot at? Why was there two? Oh. currently day 20, exactly 1/5 of the way through the challenge, and I decided to make a little place to store all my loot. As soon as I finished piling up my loot, I realized that I really didn't have all that much, you know? Like, sure, I had some resources, but as far as enchantments were considered, I had basically nothing. So I decided that I don't care how long it takes, I'm bringing villagers back to my base. It only took me traveling 3,000 blocks, but I managed to find an acacia village. The only small, slight problem is that I now have to transport them 3,000 blocks without using the nether. So I trapped this one in a little box so that even if night came while I was here, nothing bad would happen. And on my trip back, I ran into a closer village that I missed, so that guy's just in the box forever now. Once I have 2 villagers and some sheep, making more villagers is like the easiest thing imaginable. On day 28, I started a massive tree farm and got a bunch of Fletchers so I can get as many emeralds as I need. And pretty much all of day 30 to 40 was just mining trees and getting emeralds. I found that this mod had a cycle trade button, so instead of breaking the block and replacing it every time, I could just press the button, and it was a lifesaver. On day 35, I got my first piece of maxed out diamond armor, and the helmet quickly followed. The boots were also pretty easy, and all these are missing are soul seeds, which I can only get in the nether. After a lot more chopping and a lot more trading, I had everything I needed for the maxed out leggings, except for one book, Swift Sneak. I don't even know where to find a deep dark biome though, never mind the structure that generates around it, but I did have a theory. If I go to a mountain, then there'll be more ground underneath me, more room for it to generate. So I went to the highest point I could find. Up until this point, the most dangerous thing I've ever faced were a couple of skeletons and a wind monster in the chambers, so this was the first time I was truly scared of losing everything. In the second chest I searched, I found a Swift Sneak 1 book, but I need Swift Sneak 3 before I can even think of getting out of here, so at this rate I'll need to search through about 8 more chests. This was strike one. I only had 2 more chances before a warning was called. After spending almost a whole day crouching around in the deep dark, I finally found the last book I need, which just so happened to have been the only book I would need if I opened this chest first. It's time for the mace, it's time for the mace, it's time for the mace. By day 41, I had my mind set on one item. I wanted to finally get the mace. I'm not going to show a lot of the fighting because I had maxed out armor, so it's kind of boring. But I was down here for a seriously long time. In order to make the fights go faster, I decided to get a bunch of dogs to help me kill everything. I spent about 15 days in total going through different trial chambers, opening all the vaults. I opened so many vaults, in fact, that if the rates were normal vanilla, I should have got around 3 heavy cores by now, and I had none. So, I decided to cut my losses, head back to the base, and start enhancing my tools and my weapons. I already had a maxed out Fortune Hoe and a maxed out Silk Touch Hoe from the Deep Dark, so all I really need is a Fortune Pickaxe, a Silk Touch Pickaxe, an axe, a sword, and a bow. Currently, the best way I had to get XP was actually trading with villagers, so even though I didn't need the emeralds anymore, I still had to chop a lot more wood in order to get my tools.
Now let's see if they're brave enough to try it.
I realized that if one of the villages had a brewing stand in it, then I'd be able to trade for experience bottles, but unfortunately none of the villages that I know exist have a brewing stand in them.
Share one thing, we all need money.
I traded with the villagers in Power 5, so getting the bow was pretty easy too, except for flame. It took me like an hour to get the flame enchantment, and then when I finally got it,
Let's see if they're brave enough to earn it.
I spent the rest of day 70 just getting ready to enter the nether, so I set up my portal and I made sure that I could bring that food with me. And when this was done, I kind of had nothing else to do. This was everything that I wanted to do, so I spent from day 70 all the way up to 100 just either frolicking around with my dogs, getting meat, eating them, or running around doing odd tasks or whatever.